Sarlacc Digest, the long-running live-stream podcast digesting Star Wars topics for over 1,000 years. Join them for all the latest news, rumors, and theory crafting with none of the drama or the bullshit. Live every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Pacific Time on YouTube. And don't forget the Sarlacc Toy Chest, covering all the newest Star Wars toy releases and news from Hasbro, Hot Toys, Jakks Pacific, and more. Live every other Monday at 5:30 p.m. Pacific Time. Be there and keep it nerdy.
PlasticNews.com. All the latest from Hollywood. Toys. Gaming. Comics. And anything pop culture. PlasticNews.com. Don't forget the IQ. PlasticNews.com.
Once commented to his friend Ruth that she should make a girl's fashion doll at 1/6 scale. When their 12-inch line of figures stopped selling, he suggested making G.I. Joes at 1/18 scale with a cool backstory and villain. And when their competitor needed a cool toy line, he said, "They're only fighting over Earth. Your guys should be masters of the universe." And make them smaller than old Joes but bigger than new ones. He is the most important collector in the universe.
I don't always need a grail, but when I do, I go to holygrailtoys.com. Keep hunting, my friend.
You're watching a Syndicate program.
Good evening, everybody. It is another episode of hopefully one of your favorite shows on YouTube or on Instagram or on, well, we can go on and on and on, but it is Friday, 7 p.m. Pacific time. And, well, are your wallets empty yet? Are you dipping into the 401k? Is there food on your table? Well, we're going to discuss that because the land of pre-orders has arrived, and we've seen all of the things that have dropped over the past couple of weeks. We've got Yojo June that has arrived. We got Geeking Out, Target exclusives week 1, plus indie toy makers coming in with all types of crowdfund and limited drops. It is wild. We're going to talk about all of it. Did you get your hands on some of the week 1 Target exclusives? What did we pick up? What did we leave on the table? And what is still available? Plus, well, Preorder Mafia. That's right. Every Friday night, we discuss some of the hottest pre-orders and, well, some of the not hottest pre-orders. We're going to tell you a little bit about what has been talked about this week. Plus, lots more in store for all of you. So stay tuned. This is Pixels, Plastic, and Ink.
Hello?
That is right. MOTU is currently in the box office and off to some good reviews, but will it survive the monetary piece? And that's the problem. I feel like there's a strategy behind the scenes of other motion pictures trying to tank this all over social media. If you watched it, well, don't spoil it, but it's getting some really great reviews, including from the group here. And that's right, Mr. Storm is here. Mr. Storm's yes man is here in Chatmatics, and then Dr. Brantley is here as well. Oh,
yes, I am.
Yes, you are.
I would prefer if this show you could ask me all of my questions after you talk to Mr. Storm, so I know what I'm supposed to say.
There you go.
Yep. And we did over the past couple of weeks, after a long discussion internally, we decided to bring Steve back to the channel. You know, you may have heard some rumblings and you may have heard his name a few times. Steve is back. We've let everything to be forgiven, and he's back with the network. We got a jam-packed agenda, so let's go to the chat first and foremost. And who's with us on this fine Friday evening? Movie Toy Tuber by the power of Grayskull. I have why is nothing happening? What's up, Eternia Brothers? MOTU was awesome. There you go, a fan of MOTU movie. Nice to see. Commander Bly, what's up, brother? Welcome. Meeks up. Hey, everybody. We got TD3 Trooper. What's up, man? Happy Friday. Crafty Empress made it right on time. That's right. So did we.
I know.
Who else we got in the chat? We've got Stu John, as always. Hello there. Tripping with Toys. Good evening. Welcome on in. And look, if you're catching us on the replay as well, because sometimes you got work, you got family, all good too. Drop a comment, hit the like button, subscribe, share the channel. We are growing like crazy. And speaking of growth, well, the Discord network, that's right, the Syndicate, the free to join network is expanding, full of all of the podcasts, brothers and sisters, toy photographers, all your news and scoops from plastic news to Star Wars to Marvel. And guess what? I saw it in action today. People sharing links and strategizing to get those Geeking Out orders. So it's worth your time to download. If you're new to Discord, it's super free. Killzone, what's up? Patty Atkins, what's up? Welcome on in. And so the last thing I will just say is, if you haven't downloaded Toy Hunter, well, that is an amazing app for all collectors. We've been talking about it for some time now, and the features, the functionality is world class. So get on the App Store, get on the Google Play, get on the Android, whatever. Download Toy Hunter today. So, Mr. Storm, let's jump into it because we got a busy night.
Absolutely, we do, and everything. Like everyone else, we like to say thank you guys for popping in on Friday, and we're gonna make this Friday over here on SK, and we say fun day. So that's what we're gonna do. Make it all Friday fun day. Started with this morning. Now it's tonight. We're gonna talk about it. We barely briefed, and we said you gotta wait for tonight. Target Summer Geek-Out Week 1 recap. We're gonna break down all the things that Hasbro dropped today because it was Hasbro's week, and every week from after that it'll probably be Mattel, and then McFarlane, and then I think also NECA will probably have a week. So they're going to have a bunch of different other things. So expect that, like Yojo June, the next 4 weeks is going to be a very interesting 4 weeks. And again, these were all Hasbro pre-orders today. And some were available also on Hasbro Pulse as well. And we'll get you that and let you know. Hey, Max Rebo, good evening, sir. How you doing? All right. So we got also your favorite segment, our favorite segment, Pre-Order Mafia. We got some Haya toys. Pre-orders, ThreeZero pre-orders, Mattel and Mondo. And we got some upcoming Transformer fan streams happening next week. So that lets you know your pocketbooks are going to be hit again next week. Wow, Rad was saying this in the green room. Absolutely, your pocketbooks are being hit. Wow. We got plastic news on SKN. The Odyssey has an IMAX popcorn bucket, literally an IMAX popcorn bucket. So we're going to talk about this. We've got Amazon Hurt Sci-Fi again. Oh, great Amazon. We've got an Icon return to cereal boxes, and our publisher, we haven't said this before, Advent Comics is our publisher of our imprint lore, and he's got a Kickstarter out right now, And I'm going to throw in this extra one. If you haven't actually checked it out, the Corsairs, that backed. All right, fine. Your next Kickstarter, you need to go over to Gumming Up Makers. You need to take a look at that, see the tiers over there, and support independent toy makers. We are going to champion this until it gets through. And, it's great creators. You want to definitely make sure you guys are checking that out. Then from there, we got the Syndicate Network and Discord. Upcoming events. We got Saturday's After Action Figure Report that's on Blitz Transmission. Sunday, I'll be making an appearance over at Brick Something. And then from there, hey, what's going on, Mike? And then a preview of Monday Sarlacc Toy Chest. It just keeps going. The Syndicate every day of the week, guys. It seems every day of the week. Pretty soon we'll just be like, yeah, you'll just know when it is. My wife and daughter are currently in Italy. Oh, okay, all right. My wallet's a little piggy that went to the slaughterhouse. Oh man, I'm so sorry about that, Stu John. I wish I could relieve that pain because that's going to be some pain. But we're going to roll. The Summer Geek-Out. Now, I loved how they came up with different logos now. They used to just call it Geek-Out. Then it became Fall Geek-Out. And then it's Summer Geek-Out. And then I'm pretty sure they're going to do an autumn. And it's pretty soon it's just going to be whatever they decide and shit. Groundhog Day Geek-Out. They're going to do whatever to drop stuff on. Now, Rad, you were up early this morning for this whole kind of fiasco. I know Mr. Maddox was. I was. Dr. Brentley, I don't think there was anything to interest you on any of this stuff, right? So Dr. Brentley slept in. So that was a good thing.
Hanging out in the back rooms.
Absolutely.
I get it. I get it. Wait, I get it, right, Alex?
Yeah, that's what it is, man. That's what it is. I'm looking at for a moment. I'm about to say, did you move like Scully? Did you put up anything behind you?
I just want to make sure you and I are on the same page.
To be honest with you, based on how my local Target does with stocking peg hooks, I thought that was the warehouse of my local Target initially.
Absolutely. But I know our chat was again. Give good credit to all the guys on Discord, and I'll just shout out some names. If we get some names, throw it out. But I saw, like I said again, Star Wars and Brew was in there looking for something. The Royal Rhino actually has secured it for him. The buddy system worked. Scully was dropping in some major links. I saw Justin that was actually popping in. Tommy dropped some stuff this morning. I saw Scott Solo. There were so many guys that were actually taking advantage of this event, and that's why the Discord is so important. It was kind of like really cool to see the community work itself out like that. So great job, everybody, and keep it going, man. But we're gonna keep it going in because here's the first thing that we knew almost 3 or 4 months ago was Onslaught was coming, and we were like, when's it coming? We didn't know it was going to be part of this event. Should have known. And this morning, this thing went out like rapid fire. We immediately, the minute that it popped up, it seemed like it was going. But Rad, you were able to secure 2 of them, right?
That's right. Hey, Mike, by the way, join the Discord because I think some people got some extras. So if you get in that Discord, ask in there. I'm sure somebody could hook you up there. Yes, Mr. Storm, I obviously collecting a lot of legends. I was fortunate enough to pick up the Build-A-Figure. I know Chet has it as well. So that was the only Onslaught. And I happened to just be up in time. Usually I get burned on Target, whether I just don't get up in time or the app crash or whatever, but I was able to get my hands on Onslaught. And I love the retro card back. Sold out pretty quickly as expected, obviously with X-Men 97, Onslaught ties. Great figure. So I hope that everyone got their hands on him. It's a bummer he was a Target exclusive though, because usually those things just go quickly. But yep, secured.
Yeah, and here's also the one thing too. Even though it was a Target exclusive, normally the retro cardbacks make it into the stores, to the shelves. So there might be still some hope for people out there. But if not, again, it makes a key point. The Discord was what it was. It was happening this morning. And again, it was nice to see everybody rallying to make sure the other guys that were at work. I think Stars Bruce said he was at a doctor's appointment. It was like, oh, man, it's always on the day that you got to do something. But who would have thought early in the morning? Does anyone else have a problem with how early the Walmart and the Target events are, though?
Well, I think it's all in perspective. I mean, 8 in the morning isn't too early in my opinion. And so if it's East Coast, yeah, obviously it's early for us, but it's like, do they do it at 8 in the morning or do they do it at like 10 in the morning? Like, so they're going to all do it based off East Coast time, and that's where they're at. So, I don't know. I think there's a prime time they can do it. At least they didn't. It's kind of like the Playmates, right? With the Turtles. It's like it is super early for West Coasters, but I mean, it's even 8 o'clock our time is super early if you live in Hawaii. So,
it gives me renewed confidence that it actually launched at 6 a.m. though, because I've been a part of Target ones where you're refreshing the app, like what's going on. Some of them were like sold beforehand. So I'm hoping this is for things to come with the next couple of weeks.
Yeah.
And again, now we've, I just saw Max Rebo just basically, or TD3 Trooper put up, he hates exclusives. Are they getting better? Or are we still at a stalemate where it's like we're still guessing and kind of hoping? I think we actually trumped the system by using the buddy system a lot. A lot of people were actually making sure, reminding people and everything else. But typically, if you're not in a part of our community like Discord, like is it still kind of hurting fandom with the exclusives?
If they're obtainable, no. But if they are like the way the Mezco does exclusives, where they go to Comic-Con with 25 per day, yes. I think that I think that if they're exclusives, it's hard because if you pay for Hasbro Pulse, right? I don't know why a Target exclusive wouldn't be available to you on Hasbro Pulse. I get it because it's a Target exclusive, but that must mean that like Target just paid for the whole production run or something in order to get that, right? So
what was the Joe 2-pack available on Pulse before Target? That was the only one, but not Onslaught, right? Onslaught was direct
Onslaught's
Target.
still not on there, yeah. And then they did it with no, that wasn't exclusive.
So just the Joe was the only thing for Hasbro. I wonder why they chose.
Well, the Transformers were also up on Pulse and Target as well.
All of it, the Insecticons, Starscream, and that's. So I wonder why Marvel decided against it. Maybe they knew that was going to be the most popular one. I don't know.
Sujan, I exclusively buy what I want. It makes sense. And also, like I said, while we're talking about the Target stuff, we did glance over. Because while there's one item that was readily available that Dr. Brentley's wanting to talk about, also I guess the Disney Store, the droids dropped.
Yeah, Moocher bought all those, I think.
Yeah. Well, again, I've got to see if he did or not. I don't know if he joked or not because I don't know. He wasn't too happy on Monday about it. But those dropped as well. And now you got different places and different sectors now competing with one another. Largo, what's going on? The corporate overlords don't care if they interrupt your sleep. Consume product, rinse and repeat. My man, never disagree with Largo.
Hey, but they got us trained. They got us trained. Here we are.
I would like to tell you that you don't know what you're talking about, but also I would be saying that while doing exactly what you're talking about. So
yeah. Here's the thing. You know what? Let's run a fan poll and just roll it up. Did everybody get what they wanted to today out of the Summer Geek-Out? Let's see what the chat has to say about that.
Working on it.
Yeah, I'll be interested on that one. But
what was surprising to me is maybe it's coming down the line, but NECA was missing. Usually NECA, don't they usually drop week 1?
Usually, yeah. Like in the past, it'd be like a NECA or it'd be Mattel. And then Hasbro would be like the third week or something.
Yeah.
So
I wonder what's coming.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I know NECA's been dropping a bunch of horror stuff, so that's where it's been getting. And let's see. TD3 Trooper Targets had exclusive McFarlane Warhammer 40K Iron Warriors. I got only one, and never went back up. Well, McFarlane's got a lot of things. I don't know if he's getting like stocked up a lot lately too. So, yes, the droid fiasco. Again, did not expect that. Yeah, that can of worms. I know, isn't it? Every time you turn around, you think they got something figured, but they dropped 2 different exclusives in 2 different areas today, and that just makes pandemonium like no tomorrow. And the Hidden, welcome in the Hidden.
Hey, Hidden, what's up?
But now there's one point of contention, and first we'll throw up on the screen. Let's get the put it in where we've got you got Onslaught, and Onslaught was, like I said again, I will say that I think they do a good job on the retro card backs. The newer card backs they went to are pretty sturdy if you want to keep them in package, but if you want to remove them as well, I think they've done a good job on this one. But yeah, I think Mr. Maddox is absolutely right. If you've got the Build-A-Figure, there's just no need to actually redo this. But if you missed it, I think you should.
I would want it like if someone has it that I could just borrow to compare against the Build-A-Figure. But also, this has got to be a massive card back, right?
Yeah, this one's going to be big.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And it says, I've got nothing today except for a whole bunch of, sorry about that too, John.
Right now, 80% of the people said from the question, did you get what you wanted from Target Geek-Out week 1? 80% said no.
Wow. Okay. Well, that's not good then. It's like, yeah, got a whole lot of nothing. See, all right. There you go. That is not turning out too good. The B2 MO Build-A-Droid is my fave. My son ordered Starscream. Great. That's good. That's
look, there's as someone who dabbles in Transformers, there's 2 characters, and you'd be surprised because you'd think Optimus would be one of these names, but a lot of the Optimus figures are still available. If Starscream or Megatron pops up, you buy. Those are the 2. Those are usually the hardest to find post-launch or drop. You got to pay double the price. So if you're just dabbling or you're a diehard collector, anything Starscream or Megatron, you pick up. And so kudos to everyone for grabbing it.
All right. Well, here's one that, again, Target is keeping their exclusives on the sublines. They started off with Tiger Force, then they went to Python Patrol, and Night Force is exclusively over at Walmart. And now they've got Ninja Force. Now, a couple of weeks ago, the Ninja Force Zartan was hitting the stands. A lot of people were able to get that, even though it sold out initially pre-order, but they were pick some of this off the stand. Seeing people have good luck with this. This is a pack I don't think you're going to have to really jump through hoops on. Normally, the double packs at Target you can find, and normally they're discounted in a couple of months. So, but Rad, you picked this up as well too. You picked this up on Target or over at Hasbro Pulse?
Target. Okay. Yeah, it was just in case. Likely, I'll not keep it, but if anybody needs this, like you said, Mr. Storm, it might be available later on. But I'll be posting some stuff that I acquired just on being up and pre-ordering. So I'm happy if somebody needs this down the line, I'll get it shipped. But with Target, you can return it, which is the nice thing to do. But I don't know what the inventory levels look like, but you might be right. This might be something that'll come pretty much available. It's an interesting 2-pack. I mean,
it is
quite colorful. Yeah. Looks like Rey Mysterio from WWE.
It does.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, I think they must have had a sale on the green paint because this looks like the exact same colors as Marina in the Marvel Legends line.
Yeah. Price at $59.99. It is currently sold out on Hasbro Pulse and Target. So, but again, these will do one thing about Geek Out. If they're not already on the shelf now after today, you will steadily start finding it on the shelf in certain locations. Not too much on the West Coast. We have a little bit of problem from that. But usually in the East Coast, in the middle of America, usually they're pretty good at stocking these items. So interesting one. We'll see. Again, they're going to keep this up. So we'll see what Target keeps doing on that. Here's what we were talking about. Starscream, I think absolutely Rat put it its best. Starscream is an absolutely made figure. Green page is probably easier to make. Yellow and blue makes green.
I love the chat because they always bring up like simplicity at its.
They know. But like I said, I was on the fence about Prowl because I do like Prowl. I like Smokescreen. I like the original G1 cars, and they're usually written by some of my favorite writers. So. But I haven't picked him up, but I know he's not on Hasbro Pulse, but I've seen him up on a couple of places. The Insecticons was the one that shocked me that was not sold out on Hasbro Pulse. That's $79.99. I thought that the Starscream and the Insecticons you would readily be able to find, and Prowl would be the one that was left over. So I'm shocked that the Insecticons, you can easily either that or they just overproduced it because they knew they were very popular bunch of characters. But you get 3, you're out of the way, and you're done. You know.
Yeah, I think sometimes the price, right? Like if you're a Transformers fan, they drop 3 here, right? So at least like Joe, you got 1 2-pack. You got to decide. Marvel Legend, you got 1 character. They gave us 3, so you look at it, $80, $28, and $43. I think a lot of people had to prioritize, and they got their Starscream and Prowl. Like $80 is cool for 3 figures, but if you got to be passionate about the Insecticons.
Well,
So
think about
that's
something.
probably the reason why they left behind.
If you're a multi-line collector, chances are you probably picked up a Marvel Legends, G.I. Joe Classified, and then you had to pick and choose with the Transformers. All 3 on the same day is, a very touchy scenario for most fans out there. But all 3 look good. Look, the Studio Series is one of the best. This is the more than meet the eyes version of it, other than the Studio 86. But I still think these are reasonably priced. Especially all the cars are usually under $30. You want to read that?
Yeah, it says, I'll tell you this, if I had not been waiting for Shockwave for months, I'd have almost certainly bought Starscream, made figure, but costly, and I'm still waiting on the last one. Yeah, I think that's key, right? And again, if you go to Insecticons, it's only $27 a figure. So like these are great. I'm on the edge about this. Oh wait, this is Target. A whole bunch of Starscreams will be on the shelves. That's probably fair to say. I don't know.
I'd be surprised if I mean, I could be wrong. And again, if you didn't get it and you see them on the shelf, grab them.
Usually, all the Jets are hard to find at Target.
Yeah,
but I find usually more of the G1 like cars on shelf, but it's very hard. Like again, Megatron, Soundwave. Even Scourge, a lot of those characters are really hard for the Decepticons to find on shelves. So, but again, it's great that we're seeing this stuff out. And again, Dr. Brentley passed on this, so we don't need to go to him. So, Dr. Brentley is saved. He is the guy with the most money out of all of us because he's actually doing a pretty good job fiscally. So I give him credit. Here's the thing, though. I know this was tempting him for about 5 minutes. Dr. Brentley. When you saw $69.99 and everything for these retro packs, and I'm waiting for Commander Bly to put, Scott Solo bought this because I know it's coming. Like, what was your gripe about this one? Because I know you said you got something to say about this, so I want to hear this, bro.
Well, I bought the last pack of New Hope figures like this that came 6 in a pack, and it was, at first everyone had their orders canceled from Target, and so then it was only going to show up on shelves, and then people were not finding them on shelves, and so people were scrambling for it. So I actually found one at the far end of the valley, had to drive to get it. They held it for me, and so I finally got it, right? And as a couple of weeks later, it was flooded everywhere, and people were selling it on eBay for like half of what I paid for it. So just wait. It'll show up on eBay, and there will be probably so many, unless they learned their lesson, but I doubt it, that you'll be able to catch it for cheap.
Yeah. Well, Commander Bly's wishes, he's still waiting for that 1 point of articulation fix. So give him some time. There takes a little bit of time for them to come up with it. But yeah, no, these look, I remember the first sometime last year they did the retro back, and that blew up, and everybody's like, oh my god, and it was selling for twice and double. Then the minute you got it, it was selling for like damn near nothing.
Yeah.
So
well, remember by the time he got it, and then they figured it out, they had them on clearance in Target.
Yeah.
And then shortly after, a month later, at Ross. So
yeah, well, 69. Look, you get a bunch of characters. I know there's completists, and people love the retros because there are some old school collectors like that.
It does have Wedge. You get a Wedge figure, you get a Princess Leia from the throne room. So there's some cool stuff. But
So are you saying that this is a hostage pack of new proportions? I've never seen.
yep, there's 2 that you want and 4 that you have to take.
That is,
Gotta
I've
give it
never
to
seen
Hasbro.
that before. Four figure hostage pack. 4 you don't want until you do. Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. This one's like I've got my the Black Series Commanders Doom and Thorn for under $20. Oh, great pickup, man. I'm sure that the Target police will show up at some point and ruin my good day. Well, they gotta catch you, brother. They gotta catch you. It's like I need that wedge. See, there's somebody. See, there you go. They got you.
That's a 5 to 1.
Gotta buy it. Gotta buy 5
$70 you can get wedge.
Yeah, there you go.
And he's going like, is $70 worth it for one figure?
Yeah, it's like
This is the thing is I think you could buy this pack and then sell wedge for half or more than half back.
Yeah. And I give Commander Blythe the wedge figure is literally an actual wedge. That's his action feature. That what makes sense.
Right? Is it still available?
Yeah, it is still available.
This one's widely available. Trust me.
Yeah, that's what it is. Castle Grade School, welcome in. It's like, hi everyone. The Sorceress is in. How are you beautiful people doing today? Sorry about being late. Finished my chores. Hey, no worries. Hey, whenever you come on, you're on time for us. So we always appreciate everyone coming in. But yeah,
also chores. Who does chores? It's Friday.
Yeah. If you want that retro stuff, I'll get the original releases for the Days of Kenner. That just makes sense, Justin. Absolutely, you might as well. But yeah, and we get the worst hostage pack ever. Yes, that's what it is. Mm-hmm. Hey, what's going on, Shoot? So, yep. All right. So, yeah. So, all in all, interesting week 1. We've got week 2 coming next week. We're gonna see who it's gonna be, whether it's Mattel, because I've seen a couple of the Ultimate stuff that they're gonna be dropping for the WWE. Looks pretty good. So I have wet sandals. There you go. Everybody else did have to buy 600 pairs to do that, right? Wasn't a hostage pack. But here it is again. We've been talking about this, and like ever since the month of May, Hasbro has been on a mission. Now I know they said that they wanted to make G.I. Joe $100 million actual line. And they're doing that, but they also didn't state that they were jumping on that for the other lines as well, whether it was Star Wars or Transformers. Well, Transformers on Tuesday, it seems like every Tuesday or every Wednesday, they got you. They're going to do a fan stream. And of course, while G.I. Joe said no HasLabs, I don't know what Transformers is going to come up with. So, but I've got a feeling they're going to be dropping a bunch of stuff, because they already dropped some stuff this week. I can't believe they got more, but they do. So
yeah, I think they're going to bring the heat. I would stay tuned. I think there's going to be something big that they've been working on, and it's crazy pricey. But if you have not seen the new pre-orders for the Transformers Overdrive figures, check those out. The Overdrive collection with Optimus. Top notch. I mean, they're expensive, right? But I would just say stay tuned on Tuesday. Transformers is going to bring something to the table because they don't do as many, right? Like, and I think they got some catching up to do. They weren't even consideration, right? We were talking about like the best figures thus far. We had them in the poll. I don't think anybody even voted for the Transformers team. So here we go. Here we go.
And they're hitting. He's got to work on June 9th. So yeah, they're just gonna. Don't worry, go over to Discord if you need something, man. Get up there, link up with those buddies over there, man. And it's a Transformers More Than Meets Eye. More Than Meets Your Pocketbook. That's what this goes to, John. More Than Meets Your Pocketbook. Well, guess what? We got some stuff that's gonna hit your pocketbook in the future. Let's 100% go to our favorite segment. It's time for some Preorder Mafia.
Leave the McFarlane. Take the Mezco.
Well, this segment used to be sponsored by Super 7, and their sponsorship ran out. So McFarlane said, I would like to sponsor you now. And so this is Preorder Mafia, welcome in everybody. If you're new here and don't know what this is our 3-tier rating system. We have 3 different levels. It's a made figure. These are figures that should be and are probably already pre-ordered by most everybody that you see here. Forget about it. This is a figure that should be pre-ordered, but we don't want to do it. But if you do it, we get it. But also sometimes this is like the long gameplay. So if it's an army builder that we think will show up at Ross, some version of that. And then there's Needs to Sleep with the Fishes. And that, of course, is a figure that makes 0 cents to purchase. Not sure why it's there, but it showed up either way around. And then also there's always hidden levels. You'll never know what you're going to get. But if you want to play along, we do have the emojis in the chat, so you can select them. They are smaller than we want them to be, so we are working on a better representation so you can see them, but they are in the chat. And again, disclosure, this is our personal thoughts, and in no way is the thoughts and opinions of Vault 9. Castle Grayskull says, I have chores because my mom is almost done with the recovery. My dad's recovery has just started. He fell on the pavers and broke a vertebrae in his back. Oh man, speed recovery there.
Yeah, most definitely. Sorry that you're going through it, Castle Grayskull, but appreciate you coming in. But yeah, most definitely sorry to hear about that. Yeah, so what's up, fellas? CS the directors made it here. Finally got my Hulkbuster Punisher. It seems like everybody's trying to get that this week. It's like Pocket Busters. That's what it is.
Yeah.
All right. Well, let's get into it right here. Let's start it off. Yeah, I have fish for dinner. Well, there might be some items that might be sleeping with some fishes. So it might be coming right back at. So let's hit this up. Haya has been getting into the business of Joe's, and it seems like every week they're coming. This one is the Crimson Guard Python Patrol figure, and it's priced at $29.99. Available currently. You can probably pick that up at Big Bad Toy Store or any other your independent toy companies. Release date is Q2 2027. Again, I'm always going to tell you that, guys, it's made figure for me. Haya is my second favorite, manufacturer when it comes to Joe's, and they're just doing a fantastic job. And I like the scale that these are on. So this is a made figure for me. But we'll go with Dr. Brantley.
Crimson Guard that is yellow and gray.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, it's it looks cool, but not for me.
Well, I think it's crazy that this is a made figure, because I know Mr. Storm does not really like sublines.
I don't.
But to kind of go based off what you're talking about, he's gray and yellow because he's the Python Patrol. So
yeah,
that's why he's not red. But if it's Haya and G.I. Joe, I'm probably always going to want it. I've said this many times. I think that they do really good at reinventing something that's been around for a long time. They're good. The problem I have with Haya is the same thing I have with Mezco. You're going to buy it and then forget about it. But this is a made figure for me. But it's going to be it's going to be a while before you get it. Castle Grayskull, I've never heard of this before. Yep.
Yeah, Haya is starting to move in. Haya is not allowed to do it in the U.S. They're actually overseas allowed to do the G.I. Joe line, but Big Bad Toy Store, a couple other companies, are starting to get a little bit more popular. More or less, I say, like a smaller version of SH Figure Arts. A little bit more detail. Things are doing. They're doing a really good job. I agree with the good doctor, Stu John. There you go. Forget about it. TD3 Trooper. Yeah, a lot of the sublines, a lot of people do not like these sublines. Love the look, but it's not for me, Commander Bly. All right, so we'll roll to the next one on this 3-0, because we know that Commander Bly likes Gundams, so we have to assume he likes also Robotech. And I'll hit this up where it's like 3D looks great, but forget about it. Okay, well, the 3-0 pre-order Robotech's the Macross Saga, which is the Veritech of Ben Dixon, which Rick Hunter had 2 cadets underneath him. If I don't want to spoil the series, but this one Ben didn't fare too well. So this was priced at $159.90 US. It's the 3. You can purchase it through 3-0 or Big Bad Toy Store. You know what? I'm digging a lot of the 3-0. I know they're mostly a import company, but their stuff is really looking high detail. Now, 159, while I love Robotech, that might be on the cutting edge. If it came down in price, finally. But it's a forget about it, but it's a forget about it on the made if the actual pricing was different. What do you think, Rat?
Look, man, I'm a sucker for transforming jets. So, I mean, this looks badass. I the Robotech lore, not super close to it, but this is pretty epic. It looks like a Joe jet that transforms into this amazing robot. So I don't know, $160 is a pretty hefty price tag, but I will say the ThreeZero incorporates a lot of great die cast, and they're known for their great engineering. So I would count on this figure being really great. So I would say forget about it. Not a made for me, but pretty badass. If it was a lower price, I might take a chance.
Yeah. The hitting's like, wow, Robotech, what's next? Bumblebee Crisis. Hey, they make it. We'll put it up, brother. Put it up. Mr. Maddox, what do you think about the ThreeZero offerings? We've had a couple of weeks of these of the Robotech Veritech versions. What do you think about ThreeZero?
Look, they're great. Castle Grayskull says, nope, interesting that the nose of the plane becomes the crotch. Size matters, I guess, which is very true. I don't know why she would go to whatever. Good point. Good points made there by Castle Grayskull. Look, I think this is cool. I got into Robotech a little bit. I'm definitely not Commander Bly level. But hey, I like Rad. I'll be Rad's yes man because he said it first.
Yeah, go.
So it's only natural. I also love transforming jets. So this is cool. That's Superion's one of my favorites. All it is jets, right? So this is cool. It's unique. If I was a little bit more attached to it, I would probably get it because I do think that for the size and the level of quality build that ThreeZero does, 159 isn't that bad.
No. And we'll move over to Dr. Brentley now. Take notes. Dr. Brentley was watching cartoons. He was reading books when we were in like growing up. So I normally watch the cartoons. He was reading. He was doing his homework and shit. I was screwing everything off. So Dr. Brentley, what do you think about? First of all, did you ever watch the Robotech series?
No, but
Okay.
I know I'm going to have a very unpopular opinion here.
Yeah.
I think this looks way cooler than the Transformers. Like when he turns into the robot, I like this design better than the Transformer design. It just looks really cool.
Not popular not unpopular in Japan, brother.
160. That's a little pricey.
Yes.
So this is definitely a forget about it. But if I was gonna get a transforming jet, it would be this over a Transformer.
Yeah. This was the whole novel series. Which is great in my opinion. Yeah, look, Robotech has a very huge lore, and especially once you start getting into the whole Harmony Gold kind of thing and back and forth and rights and everything, it's kind of been stifled a little bit. So nice to see them come back. So we will catch this on later. We've got some we got some WWE because you know why? We've heard the requests, guys are like, hey man, how come not a lot of wrestling figures? Well, when we get some good ones, we bring it in. And Rad knows this because back in the days and everything, we had a guy that would grab us from high school and everything and make us do radio shows all night. Now it sounds a little bit more dubious than what it was. But the NWO Bash at the Beach 3-pack. The minute I saw this, I was like, oh, it brings it back. They did a good job on this. Mattel has been doing a great job on all these nostalgic WWE figures. This is the main figure for me just because I remember that time frame, and it's just fantastic. I love all the gear, all the accessories and everything else, man.
I just rewatched this they had it playing on YouTube.
Yeah.
And I had it in the background. I was like, this was a really good pay-per-view.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, what do you think, Rad? This is bring back hearts to memories for you.
I mean, you talk about it. This was one of the most infamous moments in the history of professional wrestling. This is when Hulk Hogan turned in the NWO and turned as a bad guy and changed professional wrestling forever. So it's cool that they have it in the 3-pack, capturing the moment before Hogan turned bad. But that's a cool pickup. I mean, if you're gonna want a thing that remembers like legendary, it's like Hulk slamming Andre the Giant, WrestleMania, this moment here. There's only a few ones that really stand out, but this is great, man. 3 figures. I wonder what the price is going to be. I would assume probably 70, 69, 79, 99 maybe.
I can tell you this. This is not in the United States yet. It's coming soon. It will be a Walmart exclusive. I'm wondering if it's going to be part of the Walmart Collectors Con. But
maybe.
It is on Amazon in Canada at $99 Canadian. So,
it's like $3 in the US. Yeah.
What you gonna do, brother, when those tariffs come running after you, brother?
Yeah.
I think it's gonna be like $60-$70, but it's cool.
Huge shout out to everyone. Black Eyed Dogs, Mud Scruffer, Crafty Empress, SoCal Joe Show, Christian Master, everyone over in Insta. Thanks for jumping in.
Hey,
thank you guys.
Appreciate it.
Yeah, like I said, again, great moments. They've got some stuff I've seen for what they're going to be doing for the Summer Geek-Out with some of the Ultimate figures. They got some really good Ultimate figures coming for that line. So we will be covering more of these WF figures. Look, for me, it's made. I love that. Dr. Brentley, I know you hate wrestling as much as you hated cartoons.
Yeah, it's forget about it. It's cool or whatever if you're into it, but it means nothing to me.
Yeah, there you go. Saw the WrestleMania 6 in Toronto. All right, there you go.
Nice.
I know Rad and all this time, but like we've been dragged to so many wrestling events and things like that. Say it's part of our lives. There's a more lean towards the anime cartoony Manscaped Vader Creed. Yep, there you go. Foreign exchange rates are crap. Yep. We'll state that too. Justin lets you know he loves cartoons. I just don't do wrestling. So there you go. You, Dr. Brentley, got something in it. So, all right, Real World. Again, look for this, and I think again it's going to come through the Walmart Collectors Con. Once he said a Walmart exclusive, that event's a couple of weeks away for it. So, and I just have to put this up too because again, since we're talking, my favorite wrestler is Undertaker. He is everyone's favorite.
Coolest
wrestler.
Character.
The man is the phenom for a reason. Yeah. Like I said, love that guy, man. All right, so we'll move on. Got one more for you guys. Last week had a little bit of preview for it. But Mondo said, well, we got you. We got you. And like we've seen, NECA had their run with Gargoyles. And NECA could need a little bit of improving. I've got a couple of those figures. Some of them are great. The wings were a problem. This one looks grand. And also along with the pricing, this is the Gargoyles Goliath limited edition. Awesome. He's priced at $350.
So cool.
Pre-order date is June 9th, so put that on your calendar because Mondo usually tends to sell out and it's hard to get once it's up. And the secondary market's really expensive. 12 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the Mondo website. Look at all the accessories and the gear. I can't remember is that Brooklyn or Bronx? I can't remember what the
Bronx exclusive. Got some hate for Mondos in the chat.
Wow,
Jeez.
man. Yeah, wow. I've seen that for the NECA. They were. Thank you, Ross, for helping us get the most of that collection. But I doubt if I've ever seen a Mondo. If Mondo shows up there, wow, yeah. Well, these guys are murdering this tonight. Jesus, swim with the
we've been flashing a lot of the Mondos up to the 1/6 scale, and I think a lot of them were like great. But I've got 1/6 Hot Toys. I've never dipped into Mondo, but there is a trade offer that I'm contemplating. That would be a 1/6 scale Mumra Mondo. Yeah. But I am scared to go deep in Mondo, so I'm hesitating. But
well, if you need help with that after the show, we'll talk, and then that way you can do it.
I love the Girl show. Not sure I would drop $350 though. Cool looking fig. I do have to put Castle Grace goals up there because it's gross. This thing is getting gobbled by the whale. So,
it's a big whale going to eat this one.
And then you got, as a Star Trek The Next Generation fan, I automatically love this show and have thoughts about buying them, but why? Yeah, there you go. It does. But yeah, a lot of great voices from that series. The NECA ones are still available. Ross, absolutely, CS Director, is still available here too. But, maybe somebody wants a premium version of Goliath and everything. Ross is where toys go to die. I don't know. They've relived on our shelves a little bit. So movie tuber.
Wakanda's forever. What are you talking about?
Exactly.
It's harder to
Gargoyle.
find. Hey, it's harder to
Gargoyle.
find stuff at Ross now. I don't see much.
It's started. You got to track it down. Ross Island and Misfit Toys, boy, they're killing it
Mhm.
tonight, Roy. Like I said, Ross is selling Charlie and
Hey,
the
do you guys
boxes.
think that? Do you guys
The
think that
last time I
Ross
was there.
will be in Toy Story 5?
that would be kind of funny, would it?
Oh, that's
Yeah.
that's the plot of Toy Story 6. What are you talking about?
yeah,
They
yeah.
all get shut up to Ross.
Yeah, well, we've hit all the figures tonight and everything. Hope you guys like the Preorder Mafia. It's time for plastic news on SKN.
In a developing story from the world of
There you go. It's plastic news, your trusted news source, owned by Vault 9. That's right. Everything is there. Whenever you go to plastic news, know that the fine people behind the camera here are now, due to our overlords at Vault 9, working extra hard to write articles all night. Yes, we need to start getting the Keebler elves to give us the ad. But plastic, we've got some interesting articles right here. I will hit up a couple things in the chat. Castle Grayshield says, I look like a gargoyle in the morning. I had an ex-girlfriend that turned to stone every morning. So I see that in Toy Story 6, Dr. Britley. Save Charlie in the boxes for Ross. There you go. There you go. Now you started this whole thing. I would be surprised it happens. That's an awesome question, chat. Yep. Mm-hmm. And yeah, maybe not Ross, but something like Russ or Rick's. All right. So let's roll it in. We've got some things. Popcorn buckets. We know you guys like popcorn buckets. This one is a little bit unusual. I think you might have to be a film tech for this one. There you go, Dr. Brentley. You can run the Odyssey popcorn bucket.
The limited edition $50 popcorn bucket was available to purchase online, no popcorn included, and will ship on July 3rd. It's based on the IMAX 1565mm camera, which Christopher Nolan has called the gold standard and used to film The Dark Knight, Interstellar, and the upcoming Universal Pictures film, The Odyssey. A viewfinder on the bucket lights up to reveal a scene from The Odyssey, which will be in theaters on July 17th in IMAX's exclusive 1:43:1 expanded aspect ratio. This is dumb. This is really dumb box.
Yeah, this one
because the Trojan horse popcorn bucket made no sense. They decided to go with this.
Especially since the Battle Cats run around. Yeah.
That is the perfect thing.
I know.
To do
That's what I'm saying. Like if you had something more like how about a Trojan helmet?
Well,
popcorn helmet.
Movie Tuber does have a point of it. It's a very Nolan bucket. It went completely left field on this one, man.
Right, but this is just for like 18 film nerds that are out there. Nobody else cares.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, you know, and also Castle Gray, so I would have done a replica of the boat. Yeah, it's something. This one, especially when it's like you can look in, it's like a Viewmaster kind of thing. I was like, when I looked at that, at first, again, I always have to go double, triple, quadruple check, make sure it's not AI, it's not a joke. And I was like, no, this is real. I was like, yeah. And then $50 and it doesn't even come with popcorn. I'm like, man.
Yeah, this is too stupid to be AI.
Yeah, well, you know, we've seen some things. So I guess this is a no-go on your IMAX popcorn buckets. No one's going to, you know, somebody's probably asking to put that little thing down. This does not actually shoot actual real film. I had to let people know that. Put a little disclaimer down there.
Pick up a He-Man popcorn bucket. Any one of them are better than this.
Yeah, there you go. Well, yeah, all right, we'll move on from that. Let's go to the next one on this one. Another sci-fi franchise bites the dust. Oh man, I don't know what Amazon did. They tease us and then they drop it, then they tease us, then they drop it. But Stargate is not getting done. Amazon has canceled its highly anticipated Stargate series revival helmed by veteran writer Martin Giro. Despite a 20-week writer room, which I rarely ever see them do this, an active pre-production in the UK, Amazon axed the project, fearing Giro's creative vision would not appeal to broader audiences outside the existing fan base that, let's just be honest, the Stargate franchise lasted for 20 years of sci-fi, and God knows that was one of the worst channels on all cable, but they were able to go 20 years on that. While this Pacific revival is dead, Amazon reportedly still owns the rights and intends to explore different ways. So they basically said that this is going to appeal to Stargate fans, so we're not going to do it. I've never heard that philosophy ever been done, but I guess Amazon's like, no, if there's too many fans, we don't want them. We want outside the outlier. I'm a little hurt by this because, again, I love the original movie, but also I'll be honest, I've watched all the Stargate shows. I will be taking a break tomorrow evening. I'm going to go watch He-Man and My Castle. There you go. There you go. Glad that you go to the end. And people are saying good things about it. Did they cancel Stargate because it was too woke or not woke enough? No, I think it just, I think Sci-Fi, the channel was going through a whole bunch of things. So that was
they're running out of money.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, this is what happens when we make like.
Although I will say this about Sci-Fi though. Sci-Fi did do some of the best downtown San Diego takeovers.
They did. Yes, they did. That's probably why they ran out of money.
Yeah, that's actually exactly why they ran out of money, because their stuff was like, that was like peak San Diego Scamicon. So
yeah. And let's see what it says. Yeah, the aliens didn't sign off on this, so they had to pull it. Nah, there you go. That does make sense. And it says Stargate for me is like Little House on the Prairie. It's something fun and generally sweet that you can have in the background. Yeah, it's always just a standard kind of like, you know, a little bit of the Outer Limits or something. It was just a good show that, you know, really not a lot of sequential things happened because they did not get a bunch of deaths and things like that, but it was just a great entertaining show. But apparently that fandom, that rabbit fandom that they have, well, that just doesn't make sense. We're not going to go with it. Well, so
how do you spend half a year writing stories and coming up with this whole show, and then after that you're like, oh, you know what, this was probably a bad idea from the beginning? Just because, you know, it's appealing, sounds like it's appealing to the actual fans of the show. It's just not trying to be a general audience broad thing that's going to bring a bunch of extra people in.
I don't know if Stargate's ever going to do that, or any sci-fi.
Of course not.
Like, you know, there's a niche. There's a niche that watches the shows. So I think you can't ever have a broad appeal for it. But, you know, hey, let's see. You know, it's in Amazon's hands. Let's see what they do to that. James Bond, The Expanse. You know, so many other franchises. We got to see what goes down from that. This next one's for Rad. I was seeing this and I was like, this works. And I thought that Rad would enjoy this one. There you go, Rad. This is all for you.
The icon returns to cereal boxes. Look, it's Raisin Bran. William Shatner starred in a viral ad campaign for Kellogg's Raisin Bran, leaning into his Star Trek persona as Will Shat to promote fiber and tackle gut regrets. Yep. It looks like lots of opportunities are on his plate. The marketing included a highly sought after limited edition over 1,000 printed Will Shat cereal box. How to find it? Because only 1,000 boxes were printed. They are a rare collector's item. These signed boxes were primarily used for promotional giveaways on the Kellogg's Raisin Bran Facebook page, though limited batches were allocated for fans to grab on Walmart. So, I mean, this is a made figure for me right here. This is going on the display shelf. Will Shat, Dr. Brantley, Will Shat, are you in on Will Shat being a Star Trekkie?
Well, when it said the icon is returning to cereal boxes, I was expecting Mr. T cereal to come back.
Oh, that'd be awesome.
I'd be buying that one, brother.
Yes, I would.
Pity the fool that don't buy that cereal.
It just
didn't work for you.
What the hell are they doing here? A collector's cereal box? No, thank you.
I can tell you that box is probably expensive as hell now.
I'm just so concerned that they don't Stan Lee him after, you know, knock on wood, he's gone, because I feel like we're going to see a hell of a lot more of these types of things.
And William Shatner is the kind of guy that probably would license himself out after death.
Oh, I'm sure he's already signed.
Hey, put me on anything and send the money to my family.
Yeah.
And Stu John Jetta said he ate Mr. T. You damn right, I did too, brother. You know, that was one of the few and everything. I know Meeks. Come on, you know Meeks did too. There you go. There you go. There you go. All right. Well, like I said again, we're running it down. Let's roll on here and everything. If you guys don't know, we have a imprint that's called Lore imprint over at Advent Comics, and we're actively working on some books to release there. But our man Tony Kitchell has been knocking out hard at work some products. He's got his Doll Valley. Now, I will say this Kickstarter has just came up. He's looking to get it funded. He's still got a month to go on this, but this guy is one of, when we say independent toy makers, well, Tony is an independent comic creator, and nowadays, as well as this, it's become a harder market right there. Would have been hilarious to see if William Shatner was on the box with Captain Crunch. That was funny too. But Doll Valleys is his latest book out there. This is a mature reader's book, so 18 and over. So this one's not for the kiddies. It's more for everyone else. But if you haven't checked out the books at Advent Comic, go to your local comic store and say that you want to have Advent Comics there. And again, independent books are where you can express yourself in the best way. Got a couple of great tiers too. He's got like a digital tier at only $5. And it kind of goes up from there, but it's pretty reasonable today, other than some of these other larger campaigns. And of course, Tony has sent us over some artwork, thanks to him. And actually, we'll probably be doing a little recorded video, maybe for our members only. It might be to everyone else, so we're putting it out. But make sure you guys are checking out Advent Comics. Go over to Kickstarter, look for Doll Valley. If you're into some interesting, different books than our mainstream books. Make sure you guys are checking that out. Again, Advent Comics, Tony. This is Doll Valley. It's from his Shriek line, and it's a horror comic line that he's been doing. So, love the work that he's doing over there, and he is our publisher. So, appreciate it. Make sure you guys are checking out his fine work. Dr. Brentley, we've been in comics for a very long time. You've seen the stuff that Tony's done. What's your opinion?
Oh, this looks cool. The artwork, the colors, everything as good as any of the big publishers, and it's actually a little more interesting in the story because they don't have to go through a bunch of corporate people to come up with these stories.
Yeah. And obviously Commander Bly. Commander Bly, it's just a family show.
You have to buy the comic.
You have to buy the book.
Those we're not going to show them for free.
Yeah, right there.
Castle Grayskull. I'll put him in his place.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Called it.
There you go. See. All right, we're running in and everything, and we love you guys for being here. But where we like to see you guys also on the Syndicate Discord. That's right. The movement has begun. No gatekeeping, no algorithm, just fandom. Join the Syndicate. Bring your hot takes. Only on Discord. The Syndicate is the network of Blitz transmissions of Sarlacc Digest podcast and of SKN, the Shadow Knows Network. And guess what? A lot of things. Scully's got links there. The buddy system was actually in full effect today. Polls are being put up. They're talking about all things. There's a lot of great takes on the MOTU movie if you haven't seen it. A lot of guys are putting information. There's spoiler-free areas as well. So make sure you guys are going. If you want to talk to us, you guys can run that right over there on the Syndicate Discord. There's a little QR code in case you're watching from a television screen. You got your phone nearby. Yep. But thank you, Max Rebo. Appreciate it. And here we go. Got some upcoming events this weekend. Toy Wars Retro is in Hesperia, California on June the 7th, this Sunday. And Darth Moocher, Scott Solo, and the Fallen Fett, and possibly Chet Maddox will be at this High Desert event. And the guys are pretty jazzed about it. So this is the official Syndicate meetup because our other brothers are going to be over there. So if you guys are in Southern California, you got some time, stop up there, say hello to the guys. You watch them on Mondays and Wednesdays, and now you can actually go and chat with them on the Sunday. Looking forward to that. We're not going to be at Joe Fest, but it is recognized as one of the better shows of the year. So if you have an opportunity to go to Augusta, Georgia on June 26th and 28th, make sure you guys are heading down there because this is a fun show. Lots of exclusives from Delta 17, from Big Bad Workshop. Thanks, God, for his love for sure. I appreciate all the kisses. To you guys all. Have a great weekend. You have a great weekend yourself. And then we will be at San Diego Comic-Con from July 22nd through the 26th. That is the biggest event of the year when it comes to all of pop culture and fandom. Interesting this year. They've kind of haven't put up a lot of their schedule, so they're still working on it, but usually they've kind of got it up by now. But always a good time. So anybody that's coming down there, love to meet up with you guys and have conversations. And we did that at MOTU, had some dinner and a bunch of people too. So those are where you guys can find us in the next month or so, a month and a half. So what we will run over and do from here is, I don't collect, I hunt. We've told you this. If you guys aren't using the Toy Hunter app, I don't know what you're doing. The best part about it too is that while you can put your collections on there, there are features and price points that give you even extra benefits in moments, right, Mr. Maddox?
Yeah, if you like what you're using for free, definitely check out what you get in upgrading. The best for the value is Hunter Plus. That unlocks unlimited everything, including search results, unlimited use of AI, crazy amounts of collections, different ways to import, barcode scanning, image scanning, all of that and more as you move up the ladder and progress. However, that does not mean you can't do it all with free. It just gets better the more you go. And a lot of big updates coming to the app over the next couple of weeks that will benefit you when you're at conventions and want to see what's going on with conventions. So more to come on that. But yeah, it's making a lot of progress. It's doing really good. So appreciate everyone that's been using it.
There you go. Toy Hunter for the win. There you go. On Saturday, if you guys are actually at the point, and actually, let me just jump in this one because this is Toy Hunter related. Been building my collection slowly with sure, starting with Mezcals first. Well, guess what? If you're over on Toy Hunter, you can catalog all that as well and everything. Freeism isn't free. Premium. There you go. But the after action figure report is Tommy's show over on Bliss Transmission. Fantastic show. Also, I see Sir Green Lantern. Welcome in, sir. Make sure you guys are double checking that show because it is the fastest growing show on the Syndicate right now. Tommy, I love him. He's sitting in there with his clone armor on and everything. He delivers the Star Wars news like no one else can. And it's a fun time. It's a pre-recorded show too, so no live stream. You can just actually get to see it. So that works out. But Saturdays just normally drop. From there, Sunday. Oh, I'm going up against Sergio, and he's got that Magneto mask, so he's stopping my mental telepathy here. But gonna sit down with Brick Something. He was over at MOTU University. He was representing Spiro Toys and everything. We had a couple of conversations, but he wanted to take it up a notch, and we're actually going to have another conversation. We're going to talk some Skull and Bones. We're also going to talk about some SKN, some Syndicate, and then we're also going to talk about some toys. So join us on the Brick Something channel this Sunday, June 7th. That's why I won't be at Retro Toy Wars. I will be with Sergio of Brick Something at 3:45 p.m. in Pacific, 6:30. 6:45 Pacific on the East Coast. So join us there. And then, on Mondays, we start this thing all over again. And we started off with the Sarlacc Toy Chest from the best damn Star Wars channel on the internet, the Sarlacc Digest podcast, every Monday, 5:30 p.m. at 8:30 Eastern Standard Time with, Darth Moocher, Scott Solo, Tommy from Bliss Transmission, and myself for the Sarlacc Toy Chest. A lot of things are going on, man. Syndicate's always moving. If you guys didn't see our members only video last week, the weekly take, well, you guys are saying that we're really into this. We really collect. So you guys got to see a bit of a collection. That's why you need to actually join the actual channel memberships, because you get features like that that's only to the channel members. And again, we'd like to flash on screen and thank our channel members. And we will roll with the as soon as our graphic comes up, the Shadow Elite, the Syndicate, and the Prospects. And it keeps growing. We were actually this morning, fantastic. Star Wars and Brew dropped a bunch of channel memberships this morning, so it grew even more. We try to do extra benefits and situations for you guys. Make sure it's extra videos and treats that you guys have locked down and done before anyone else can get a chance to see it, or something that lives exclusively for you. So, we thank everybody for being a channel member. Love the membership videos. Thank you, man. And we will still be doing more weekly takes as we keep getting a bunch of stuff in, right, guys?
Yeah, I mean we're always getting things in. We got even more in, so
Yeah.
fun doesn't stop.
Except for at Dr. Brentley's house, because he
Yep.
barely has
Not
anything.
me.
He doesn't even have furniture. Jesus. I don't know where he's sitting on a crate. But anyways, back to you, Rat.
I think you've covered it. We're going to be all over the place this summer, and as you said, we always appreciate everyone hanging out with us, whether it's the Mondays, the Wednesdays, the Fridays, the Discord channels, catching different videos. Man, we very much appreciate all of you just hanging out, talking toys, helping the channel grow, because we just love doing it. So thank you so much for spreading the word, spreading the love, and much appreciated. Hey, Castle Grayskull became a YouTuber. Thank you so much.
Oh wow.
And we appreciate the regulars and even those folks that don't say much in the background, just hanging out, listening. We appreciate you, and replay crew, same as well. So have a great, safe rest of your weekend.
Real quick.
Yes.
We did just hit a little bit of a milestone.
Oh, okay.
What did we hit?
Of course, that was
Amazing.
about a week ago, and we're almost at 4,100 now.
Nice. 4,000's a big number.
There you go.
4,000.
But
So.
that was a week ago, and we just brought Steve back last night, so that's why we got the video now.
There you go.
Yeah.
Now it makes sense.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
So yeah, all funds go to Steve's Taco Bell order on Friday nights. Hey, last thing before we adjourn is whenever a movie comes out, a revised IP, and it's halfway decent, we get excited because there's been a lot of garbage out there, and I think most people have said, including a lot of us here, that MOTU is great. So if you haven't seen it, go see it, go support. It's getting blasted on social media by haters, and I think there's a campaign against it because it's actually a really fun movie. I don't know what people thought it was going to be, like a Nolan like spectacular. It's fun.
Yeah.
It's humorous. It's action packed. Whether you like the IP and you remember from a kid or it's new to you, we're not making any money on here. We're not sponsored by any Amazon MGM. We just say we got to go out there and vote with our wallet, because
Definitely no
if
spoiler,
not,
Castle Grayskull.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it.
yeah, we won't spoil it. But if we don't do that, what ends up happening is that they'll just recycle the garbage they're giving us. So every so often, a studio wants to take a chance on an old IP and bring it back the right way. So go see it. We recommend it, I believe, unless this group feels otherwise.
Dude, one, yeah.
So good.
Yeah.
I was genuinely surprised. I was not a fan. It's like I don't have a bunch of nostalgia for this series, right? So I just went in and saw it and was entertained from minute one all the way to the end, and stay all the way to the end.
Yeah, there's 3 after scenes. So,
Yeah.
but
So
I'm with Dr. Brentley. Like, I went into that thing. I appreciate MOTU, what it did for the toy community. I'm a fan of the Dolph Lundgren film. I think it's funny, it's campy. But I went in and from opening to closing to the end credit scene, everything highly entertained. And I don't know the lore like people that were going to watch this, and it was just a really well written, fun popcorn movie that took you away from everything else. I think they played with it's great. I don't want to say more, but it's awesome. Yeah. So.
Yeah. So go see it, go support movies when there's something that's cool. So they stop giving us the trash. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you next week. Thanks all. Adios.